Let's start with the Total Choice Community Voice. And Alicia Blankenfeld has told us ahead of time, but we don't know why, that we are going to be talking with her friend and neighbor, Sarah Sini, today. And we're going to find out about something pretty cool happening in the neighborhood. So, Sarah, welcome to the show. We are glad to have you.
Thanks for having me this morning.
You bet. We can't wait to find out what you guys are doing. Tell us all about it.
So our neighborhood, the Prairie Pointe neighborhood here in Grinnell, we are having a holiday light tour. And it's not only just one where you get to drive around and look at lights, but we have made it a little more interactive in an I Spy game. Ooh. So on Saturday night, on the 16th, from 6 until 9, you will be greeted at the entrance of our neighborhood and handed an I Spy list for things to find throughout the neighborhood. So we have things like a polar bear, or a candy cane-lined sidewalk, a deer family, bears on a chair, multicolored Christmas tree lights. We have over 30 things to search for. And not only do we have that, but we have some of our neighbors standing outside and handing out goodies to families as they drive by.
Oh, how fun is that?
How festive.
That's a lot of
yes.
work for you guys to do and to put out there for the neighborhood.
Well, we had this idea and we kind of threw it out to everybody and just said, hey, what could you do? Don't do anything, huge or different. And all of a sudden people just took off. So we are so excited to offer this for our community. We have a hot cocoa stand that Blankenfelds will be having. I hear there's a Tiger fire truck coming with Santa. I hear the Grinch is going to be lurking around. So there's quite a few things that are happening for people to not only just see, but interact with.
Well, that sounds great. And we have listeners from all throughout central Iowa. So could you kind of tell us, Sarah, where we might find your neighborhood so people can check this out?
Sure. So we are just north of Orange Park, and we are on the corner of 16th Avenue and Penrose.
Okay.
So there are two entrances to our neighborhood. There's kind of a back entrance that's a little bit of gravel, and then an entrance right on Penrose. So everybody can find us. And our event is a free will offering, and here's kind of the reason why we are having that free will offering is we are connected to Orange Park with a walking path that goes down around the pond in our neighborhood. And our pond is in need, the walking path is in need of some upkeep. And we wanted to just kind of chip away at that just a little at a time, but we're noticing that it's pretty unsafe for as many people that are walking and running on that path. And so there's several families that are kind of pitching in to ensure that we can keep that safe. But what we noticed is that, we've got about 200 to 300 people sometimes on a great day using that path. And so we want to make sure that we can kind of keep that safe for the community. So we thought, well, let's just do kind of a neighborhood thing for together, just to try to raise some money to keep that walking path safe for the people of the community, but also just have an event that kids and families can come to and enjoy together this holiday season.
I love that. And I love that you're like, hey, we need this done in our community. So let's try to figure out a way we can help make that happen. So that's great. And I'm curious because I did find a list. Alicia sent us a list here of things that are going to be spotted throughout. Do you have a favorite house? Do you have a favorite setup?
Oh my gosh, there are so many. I'm a fan of the Grinch. That's a favorite of my daughter's, and we have a house that has a pretty cool Grinch display. So I'm going to give a shout out to that house because it's looking pretty awesome. And also, they have music playing as you go by.
Oh,
so
how cool.
That's the part that I think is pretty cool.
I love it. That sounds great. And that's going to be tonight.
It's Saturday night.
Tomorrow
night.
Okay, and what time?
Night.
About dark, you think, or?
Yeah, 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. And we have an event page on Facebook, so we can go and search, Prairie Pointe edition or I Spy edition. And what we would like people to do is, come through the event, but we also have a Venmo code that they can, donate that way. Blankenfelds have our hot cocoa stand, and you can donate that way as well. But we're going to then post the list. So even if you can't make it that evening, come through another time and play the I Spy game with your family.
How cool.
Yeah, it's great. Good idea. Boy, it sounds like a lot of people use that walking path. Do joggers also use it, and bike riders, Sarah?
Yes. We have so many people that one neighbor actually sat outside a couple of years ago and just kind of tallied to see how many. And she started a little bit later in the morning, and by the afternoon, she was at 200. So
wow.
There are a lot of people that use that path. We just want to make sure that it's safe for everybody, and realized that the need to fix that was a little greater than what we thought.
Wow, fantastic. Again, as we wrap up, what time is it tomorrow, and where can people find all these wonderful holiday displays?
So Prairie Pointe neighborhood on the corner of 16th Avenue and Penrose here in Grinnell starts at 6 p.m., ends at 9 p.m. Most people who are handing things out, goodies, we have like little bags for kids. We have candy canes, so we've got some food items, some non-food items. We've made enough for about 150, so get there early. But again, we will have all of our Santas, our Grinches. We hear there's a dancing Christmas tree that's going to be out there. They will be out there for the whole duration from 6 to 9.
I have to ask you before we wrap up real quick, since you said you were a big fan of The Grinch,
yes.
I am wondering which one you like better. Did you like the movie The Grinch, or did you like the cartoon Grinch better?
I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. I love the movie with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
That's our favorite.
He's going to do that again, apparently, from what we're hearing. Sarah,
I hear that.
Yes.
And, my daughter just did a Christmas trivia game for us the other night, and she said that's the top grossing Christmas movie of all time.
Oh, wow. How cool is that?
Yeah, didn't know that. Huh. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Hey, thanks for having me on this morning. We hope to see a bunch of people out tomorrow evening.
That's great. Thanks so much. Merry Christmas.
You too. Bye-bye.